Hello there, everybody. I'm not Slayer49, and I'm just here to say, so here's the deal, right? In speedrunning Ocarina of Time specifically, you'll often hear people talking about, oh, where's Bubble going? I got a dog, by the way. I've had dogs for a while, but this one is more specifically my dog rather than just family dog, so she's down here. It's a Chihuahua Italian Greyhound mix. And she's great. Just 10 out of 10 dog right here. Except she does this thing where she like puts her paw on your head or your face or whatever. And because of that, this is Fallout 76, by the way. I don't know why I'm playing this. I just am. It's decent enough at this point, and it's been taking up my time. Fucking yeah. She does this thing where she puts her paw on my face, which I'm trying to get her to not do that, because dogs have claws. So I've been showing up to work interviews with scratch marks on my face and my neck. Right, Bubble? She's good, though. So here's the deal, right? In Ocarina of Time speedrunning, one thing that people often talk about is things being loaded and unloaded, right? Specifically, the Hyrule Castle Town Bridge. Drawbridge. You see, because what happens is, if you enter Castle Town, or rather, if you're walking to Castle Town, okay, now that the game's up, I'm suddenly having difficulties talking about what I'm trying to talk about here. So what the deal is, I have push to talk on, right? Settings, audio, push to talk on. Okay. Yeah, I disabled voice chat. It's enabled by default, which is really fucking annoying because you'll just start the game. Like, you'll start the game and then the first thing you hear is some guy eating Doritos as he's customizing his character. And because you're still in the character customization menu, you can't change your options or anything. So while you customize your character, you're just stuck there. Watching or hearing this guy eat fucking Doritos. Anyway, point is, bad game. 0 out of 10, bad game. But it's okay, because I put my camp right here. And where I located my camp, there is a lead deposit. By the way, they really need to put a frame limiter in this game. Because when you go to the loading screens or the main menus or anything like that where it's just a screen, you can, like, my frame counter in the upper right says that I'm getting, like, over 1,000 frames per second. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure that's bad for your graphics card. When I was going to... Well, it wasn't actually when I was going to DigiPen. When I was doing Project Fun classes at DigiPen, one of the guys, or the professor, talked about this other guy who was doing a class there at the time, but he was talking about this other guy, and he had made his game without a frame limiter in it. So the graphics card in the PC there started to get over like 2,000 frames a second, and it literally exploded. So, you know, that's a fun time. Like this map screen, I'm getting 320 frames a second. What the fuck? It doesn't show. Anyway, so you're playing Ocarina of Time, right? There's this thing. No, let's not go to Site Charlie. Let's go to... Who the fuck is that? Let's go to Firebase Hancock. Yeah, there's always pretty good stuff there. So there's this thing where the drawbridge will be down when you enter Hyrule Field, right? Except it's getting to be nighttime, so if you just walk there, then the drawbridge will go up. The issue is that you want to get into Castletown, right? So you need some way to get past the drawbridge while it's nighttime and the drawbridge is up. And the solution for that is to just not look at the drawbridge. You know? What the fuck was... Excuse me? Okay, do it. What the fuck? Do you have a rocket launcher? What the fuck are you doing? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm dying. Uh-oh. I don't want to use my stim packs. Why am I not wearing my power armor? Okay. But yeah, so you want to get into Castletown. There, die, please. You want to get into Castletown while it's nighttime. So the solution is to just not look at the drawbridge. Because, And the explanation that Ocarina of Time speedrunners will give you is that while you're not looking at the drawbridge, it is unloaded. My assertion here is that that's bullshit. The drawbridge is obviously still loaded. It's not going to clear out that chunk of RAM. It's just that... So here's the thing. Most games, I say most, basically all games, use a technique called... what the hell was it? View frustum culling? Where they will compare a bounding box around a given object to the fucking square cone thing. It's called a view frustum. Look it up. A square cone thing around your field of view, right? They'll compare the bounding box to that, and if the bounding box does not make contact with the view frustum, then they won't draw the thing. You know? Because if the bounding box doesn't make contact with the view frustum, then there's no way in hell that you would see the thing anyway, so there's no point in wasting any processing power trying to draw it in the first place. Because all you would do is go vertex by vertex and be all like, okay, this vertex is out of the screen, this vertex is out of the screen, this vertex is out of the screen, therefore the triangle made up of these three vertices is completely out of the screen, and just skip it. Okay, next triangle, this vertex is out of the screen, so on and so forth. And oftentimes what happens with that is with animated objects, right? It's not just it's not just a thing where you just draw it, right? You have to calculate a shit ton of transformation matrices. You know, like you see my character moving around right here. I have a bunch of bones, right? And each vertex on my model, on the character's model, has a bone index and a bone weight. Typically 4 bone indices and 4 bone weights. So it'll take the 4 most relevant bones and weight them, right? So you basically just take a weighted average of each vertex transformed by that bone's transformation matrix, right? So you do that, and then the end result of that is that you get a model where, you know, these bones move around and then the vertices move around in a smooth fashion with the model. And there you go. That's a dead ghoul. Dead ghoul. Dead ghoul. So yeah, that's how that works. But the thing is, calculating those transformation matrices can be pretty computationally expensive, right? Because maybe your model has a shit ton of bones. And if your model isn't getting drawn, then there's no point in doing the transformation matrices. So, yeah, basically, if you're not looking at the model... How have I gotten bone worms? Ooh, what is this? Fusion core. Oh, that's how I got bone worms. Fuck out of here, ant. Fuck out of here, roach. Am I still being hit by something? What am I being hit by? Mr. Prizebot. What? Where? Oh, there. I've seen this guy before. Hey, give me the thing. Silver pocket watch added. Your name, likeness, and personal information may be used without my consent. Have a wonderful day. Well, I don't agree with that. So... there you go. What the fuck was I talking about? Something about transformation matrices. Die. But yeah, so there's no point in calculating it. So if you're looking away from an object, an animated object specifically, then it'll just skip over calculating all those transformation matrices, right? It just won't do it. So basically, what's going on with the Hyrule Bridge is when you look away from the Hyrule Bridge, it starts being culled, right? So it isn't getting drawn. And because it isn't getting drawn, you know, there's no point in updating the transformation matrices, right? And because it doesn't update the transformation matrices, and because the collision, well, it's more like one transformation matrix, but still, because the collision, and I don't even know if it's necessarily a regularly animated model, but, you know, this same principle applies. There's no point in wasting processing power updating it if it's not being drawn, except for the drawbridge in particular. The drawbridge's collision, there we go. Excuse me, motherfucker. The drawbridge's collision is tied to its animation state. So by looking away from it, you're denying the drawbridge the opportunity to have its animation matrix updated, and thus you are denying the drawbridge the ability to ever actually be closed. But what Ocarina of Time speedrunners will tell you is that the drawbridge is being unloaded, which is bullshit. That's stupid. Why does my timer say 99? I don't know. Is bullshit. Is stupid, right? You wouldn't clear that chunk of RAM just because the player looks away from the model. No, you just wouldn't update it. You know, it's not like there we go. It's not like you clear the chunk of RAM and then as soon as you look at it, it's like, okay, I gotta reload the model and everything. No, that's dumb. So that's why I made this video. It's Fallout 76. I don't know why I'm playing this. It's still a bad game. It's my main complaint with the game, honestly. There are a lot of complaints that I have with the game, but my main complaint with the... What the fuck? Ah, that's something. My main complaint with the game is that the perk system is just really fucking dumb. Because you got all of these perk points, right? And you can equip perks based on your special stats. Except shit like crafting and picking locks also take up perk points, right? So you get into this situation where you want to use combat perks because they're cool, but you can't because you have to equip, first off, you have to equip a shit ton of perks for weight management, right? Because that's fun, you know, design your game around fucking weight management. That's a fun time. My arm's broken. Yes, that's just a fucking pain. So most of your perk points go towards weight management, and then some of your perk points go towards combat stuff. And then if you want to be able to pick locks and shit, then, you know, a good chunk of your perk points end up going towards picking locks. And it's just stupid. I want to use all these cool damage perks, but I can't. Because I have to have points in the perk that decreases the weight for medicine, and the perk that decreases the weight for ammo, and the perk that decreases the weight for fucking chems. And chems and medicine are the same thing. And it's just stupid, and it's bad, and I fucking hate it. I wish that things like crafting... So honestly, I think what they should do is just get rid of that whole system entirely. But, you know, if they can't, then I think that they should make it so that shit like hacker and like item crafting perks and all that shit, I think that all of that should be based on whether you can use the perk. Like, if I have the perk, right, if I have all the hacker perks and I have at least 3 points in intelligence, then just let me hack the terminals without opening up my inventory to re-equip all the shit. Just let me do that. It's just a waste of my time otherwise, because I just have to open up the perk menu, I have to unequip however many points to equip all the hacker perks, and then I just have to equip the hacker perks, and then I hack the thing, and then I open up the perk menu again, and then I unequip all the hacker perks, and then I re-equip whatever the fuck else I had equipped before, and it's just stupid. It's a waste of my time. It's dumb. Like, in all practical terms, you should not have to equip the hacker perks in order to use them, because it's just a waste of your time to have to do so. Obviously, you can use them. All you need is 3 intelligence. Of course, you're going to have 3 intelligence, or 3 perception for the lockpicking perks. I hate the perk system in this game so fucking much. There should really... Another way to fix that would be to have, like, different perk loadouts. And there was a mod that let you use different perk loadouts. And that was cool. But then they were all like, oh, mods are bad. And then... like, people got banned for using mods or some shit. So I don't play mods. Luckily, they have every gun from every fucking DLC in this game, including new guns, so it's okay in that regard. One of my big complaints about Fallout 4 was that there was basically no weapon variety, you know? This game doesn't suffer from that nearly as much. Hopefully they add more new guns. You know, that's always good. Oh boy. Ugh. By the way, that's another thing about this fucking game. This goddamn area, you see that it's Ultron? This is a goddamn area. There's a shit ton of robots here. If you do a quest here, you can get it so that the robots don't attack you. Like this Ultron is marked as being hostile towards me for some reason, but she's actually not. She's actually not hostile. You know? So you do that, and the issue with that is that I don't remember if it marks it on your Pip-Boy or whatever, but I just sort of like I was just complaining about that to my friend Tyler, who also plays this game for some godforsaken reason. I was complaining about that to my friend Tyler, and he was all like, "Oh, you know, you can just do a quest, and then they stop being hostile to you." And I was like, "Holy shit, seriously?" Because there's some good stuff in this city, but it's just a pain getting to it because you get attacked fucking constantly by robots. I don't know, it's just bad. So yeah, critical flaws with Fallout 76. Number one, you might think that one of the critical flaws is getting disconnected all the time. That's not actually an issue as much recently. Since I've been playing the game more recently, I mean, day one when I started playing again, I got disconnected like 3 times. Since then, I have barely been disconnected ever. There's also the fucking issue where, like, you'll build a workshop up, and then something will happen. Maybe you'll get disconnected. Maybe you got to do stuff, and so you leave the server, and all of that progress is just gone. You know, I don't think there's a good solution for that. I think the entire system is just fucked in the first place. But yeah, so that's not great. But yeah, biggest issues that I got with the game is the fucking perk system. It's just really bad. It's overly restrictive, especially since inventory management and item crafting are lumped in with combat perks, because you want to be using the combat perks, but you can't because you need your junk to weigh 75% less, and you need your ammo to weigh 90% less, and you need your shotguns to weigh 90% less, and oh, you've run out of perk points. Ooh, my camp is under attack by mole. But yeah, like I said, I built my camp. I found this. It's good. It's cool. And I built my camp here. And now I can get lead. I'm always running low on lead. Never really running low on steel. When you're making ammo, you usually my friend Tyler, who, like I mentioned before, also plays this godforsaken game. He was telling me about how he always runs out of steel, but I don't really run out of steel. I always run out of lead. So, I'm always looking for lead. But, like, here's the deal, right? I have scrapper on, right? Yeah, you just put scrapper on, and then you scrap that shit, and boom, combat shock automatically is a rifle scrapped, boom. Heated shish kebab, not scrapped. I don't have any... Oh, wait, no, that's the one that I'm using. Never mind. But yeah, look at it. Look at my house. It's nice. The thing with building camps got a bit better. Because when you're building, if you can build stuff on top of, like, trees and debris and all that, and the game will automatically clear the debris for you. I have to repair these. I don't know why. I got attacked by some super mutants, and they went after my mute fruit plants specifically. I don't know why. Like, nothing else was damaged, just the mute fruit plants. It's weird. But yeah. Yeah, yeah, so you build stuff, and when you build stuff, like here, if I just enter build mode, and I just sort of move this campfire around, and I put it over there. Oh, look at that, tree's gone. It's back. Tree's gone. So yeah, if I just put that there, then the tree leaves. But the weird thing is, not everything gets cleared. Like, this tree doesn't go. Okay? That tree doesn't go. That tree doesn't go. The grass next to the tree goes, but it's just weirdly inconsistent. So I had a nice clear area. I was like, oh yeah, I can clear stuff out, and then I build my house here, and then there's just tree. There's just fucking tree in the way. And it's stupid. But yeah. I started recording just so that I could complain about loading and unloading in Ocarina of Time, and how it isn't actually loading and unloading. But yeah, the perk system in this game is fucking dumb. Like, look at this. I got Bandolier, Traveling Pharmacy, Strongback. Well, Strongback is always a thing. I don't think it should be something that takes up 4 perk points. I don't think there should be any perks that take up more than 3. You know, I feel like Strongback should be a 2 perk point perk, and each perk point gives you plus 20 instead of each one giving you plus 10. I think that's stupid. And oh, another annoying as shit thing is that the lockpick perks are separate perks. So if I want to quick swap off of my lockpicking build and put combat perks on, I have to equip multiple individual perks individually instead of, you know, just unequipping the lockpicking perk. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. A lot of things is stupid while not wearing power armor. It's fucking stupid. There's so much about this game that's just so... Basically, the entire design of this game is centered around inconveniencing the player. It's inconvenience-driven game design. It's like, okay, there's this system, and it's neat, but man, it kinda sucks doing the thing. There's this other system, and it's neat, but man, it kinda sucks doing that thing. And it's just a bunch of little things, all of which suck a little bit. You know? It's like, oh, you can store stuff in your camp, but you only have... Well, you only had 300 before. They upped it to 800, and that is much more reasonable. But yeah, I got cool armor. Look at this. Look at this. Oof. And that's another thing. They changed it. The military paint, it used to be that it gave you +1 strength when you had it all equipped, but it doesn't do that anymore, and I don't like that. But yeah, the only thing... What? Oh, that's from my fireplace. The only thing about this game that I can say is more convenient than Fallout 4 is the fact that you can just pick up your power armor and bring it with you. Everything else is inconvenient. Like I said, this is a game driven by inconveniences. It is 100% inconvenience-based game design. Everything is inconvenient. Nothing is good. I don't know why I'm playing it. Happy Hanukkah. Oh yeah, that's another thing. That cost more than it should have. You know why? Because if I go through here... Oh, no? Okay, never mind then. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, if you go to repair your shit, there are perks that make it so that it costs less to repair stuff. Right? Like, White Knight. Right there. Breaks 60% more slowly and is cheaper to repair. There's a perk that you have for that, right? So if you're going to repair your items, then, you know, you might as well just open up your inventory and equip this perk. But if you forget to do that, then the game doesn't do anything to compensate for that. So you just spend more of your resources repairing your armor, which is really fucking stupid. It should be like, oh, you're repairing your stuff and you have the White Knight perk. You could equip it, but it would be an inconvenience to you to equip it manually every time you went to repair stuff. So we'll just make it so that it costs less resources all the time. But no, it doesn't do that. It doesn't fucking do that. Also, what's really weird is that you can just, like, you see this? I can just walk up this. It's weird. It's weird, and I don't know why it's that way. Fallout 76. This game shouldn't have come out. Good night.